What's up, everyone? Game Master 468 here, and this is my 5,000 subscriber special, vlog number 10. Yes, that's right, I've reached 5,000 subscribers, guys. That is a whole bunch. It's like almost to 10,000. Whoa. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm sorry this is a little late. I've been trying to find time to record this, but, stuff kept coming up, and yeah, I wasn't able to record it up until now. So, yeah, sorry this is a little late, but it's here now, and that's the important thing. So, yeah, let's get to some quick updates really quick. So, I have two updates for you guys. One concerns my reviews, and the other one concerns my walkthroughs. First of all, for the reviews, as you know, I uploaded my review of the Powerpuff Girls Dance Pants recently. That's my very first official TV show review. Yeah, I did do, my thoughts on Nickelodeon's newest shows. I did two of those, my thoughts on Disney Channel shows. That stuff, but I mean, like, those don't exist. We don't speak of those ever in this town, okay? They're no, don't ever speak of them, ever, or I'll kill you. Yeah, that's just, yeah, compared to what I do nowadays, not compared to the new format, those old My Thoughts are a bit, bad-ish. I don't know, maybe you guys like the old My Thoughts videos, but I personally like the new ones better. I think they're more professional and things like that. So, yeah, I'm getting way off topic here. Yeah, so the first TV show review I've ever done. So this does mean that I am going to start doing TV show and movie reviews now. Yeah, I'm doing TV show and movie reviews now. This does mean you're able to request me to do TV show reviews and movie reviews now, which is really, really cool. It can be any movie you'd like, as long as it's appropriate, of course. Any TV show, again, as long as it's appropriate. So, yeah, that's really awesome. So that's two new things to add to my repertoire of reviewing and things like that. So, I don't get why it makes that sound. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so secondly, we have walkthroughs. So, the SpongeBob movie that I keep teasing you guys that I'm recording, it's almost finished. That's right, I'm almost done recording the walkthrough for the SpongeBob movie. I'm on the Planktopulus level as I'm recording this right now. I'm on Planktopulus, so that means I have three more. That's two. I have three more levels to record right now, so I'm almost done. That is really awesome. I'm hoping, and I'm not sure, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping to have the SpongeBob movie walkthrough uploaded after I finish Crash Twinsanity. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that, so, yes, hopefully you'll expect that around that time period, so, yeah, that's really, really cool, and that's about all the updates I have for you guys. So, now that we're done with the boring updates, it's time to get to the question and answer segment. So, let's get started with these questions, guys. So, our very first question comes from Brandon Lang, and he asks, I really listen to pretty much anything that's on the radio at the current moment. You're referring to, like, music that I like to listen to, like, at my spare time, like, when I feel like listening to music. It's usually video game music. I'll just, punch in a song on YouTube, click the song that I want and just listen to that. I usually listen to video game music, but mostly I also listen to songs on the radio and things like that. If you're referring to, like, what's, like, my favorite music genre, like, what music genre do I like listening to, I like pretty much anything. The only two music genres that I don't like is rap and really, really hard metal. I just can't stand those music genres. Those just sound annoying to me. But other than those two, I pretty much like any kind of music genre. So, yeah, that's pretty much all for that. So, what's my life like, huh? Well, I'm sure you're all eager to see how thrilling my life is, so here's a short little montage of clips to show you what my life is like. Riveting, right? I really liked Sly 4. There really aren't that many problems that I had with it. Of course, the main issue I had that a lot of people had was the loading screens. The loading screens were ridiculous. I mean, I get games have to load, but do you really need that many loading screens to do stuff? I mean, the loading screen between, like, the hub world that you're in and the safe house, you're gonna have to sit through a loading screen to go into the safe house in the other game, so why do you have to do that in this game? That's ridiculous. Second is the computer hacking missions and some of the mini games. Computer hacking missions, there were way too many of them. Like, it got to the point where it's just like, really? I'm doing this again? It just got really old. I appreciate that they added 3 different hacking types. One is the main one that we're used to. Second one's the 2D side-scroller one. The third one is the rolling ball one. It's nice that they added those in, but it still didn't change the fact that it got really, really repetitive after a while. So, yeah, less hacking missions would have been nice. Some of the minigames, not all of them, but some of them. Actually, only one comes to mind. The one where you have to do that dance game as Murray. That felt like it dragged on for a really long time, and I didn't really like that. It felt like it went on a lot longer than it really needed to. So, other than that, though, I really liked it. I liked how it fixed the RC car controls, because you should. I'm sure everyone knows by now that I cannot stand those missions. The controls were awful. It was very spastic. The respawning was just really buggy and glitchy. I didn't like it. Lots of people do, apparently. That was very surprising. Top 10 Hearts Like missions kind of became my most infamous video so far. Seems like hardly anyone agrees with it. Okay, whatever. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, I guess. I still stand by that list. But, whatever. I personally didn't like the RC car in Sly 3, but I'm glad that they fixed it in Sly 4. I'm really glad they did, because if they didn't, I probably would have... Things would have been broken in the playthrough. You would have heard me smashing things in the blind playthrough if they didn't fix those controls. But yeah, they did a very good job with with Sly 4, and I'm looking forward to Sly 5, if they are indeed working on it. I heard they are, but I haven't heard any actual confirmation of, of Sly 5. I hear it's going to be on the PlayStation 4, but if Sanzari is really working on Sly 5 at this very moment, I don't think it will only be on the PlayStation 4. I think it will also be on PS3 as well, because Sony... I think I heard Sony says they plan on supporting the PlayStation 3 for at least another 2 years, I think they said. So, yeah, Sanzari has plenty of time to make Sly 5 before Sony completely transitions to the PlayStation 4. If it is on the PS4, then, well, I guess I have a reason to get a PS4 now. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I think of Sly 4. Great game, fantastic game, and I'm looking forward to Sly 5. Yeah, I'm interested in Toontown Rewritten. I don't know if you can see that, but you might be able to see the launcher on my desktop over there. Yep, I have an alpha key, and I have been playing it for a while now. I've kind of played it a little less now because updates have been rather slow recently. But, you know, when there is new stuff and when there's more stuff for me to do, I do go on it and I do play and I check out the updates and things like that. And yeah, I am indeed interested in Toontown Written. I'm looking forward to the full release whenever that comes out. I have thought about doing a walkthrough of Kid Icarus Uprising, but I don't think that will be possible. Mostly because there's a lot of dialogue in that game. If you played that game before, then you know that there's a lot of dialogue. So much so that I don't think I would really get in much commentary in the walkthrough. Because in my walkthroughs, I do commentary and things like that. I know Chugga Conroy did sort of this thing where he would talk over the optional dialogue things and would only be quiet when the characters were actually talking about important stuff. But I kind of don't want to do that because, well, I don't like talking over the characters because I know there are some people who like to listen to what the characters are saying. So I tend to be quiet when the characters are talking and I don't want to talk over them. So because of how much dialogue options there are, I don't think I'll be able to do a walkthrough of Kid Icarus Uprising. That, and I don't think it's really the kind of game to do a walkthrough of anyway, since it's mostly just a shooter-type game. Like, there's not really any puzzles that come to mind, at least. Not really any puzzles or anything like that, so I guess the walkthrough portion could be for, like, the secrets and stuff, but other than that, I don't really see any reason to do an actual walkthrough of the game, so yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising, as much as I would love to do a walkthrough of that game, I don't think I'm going to. Sorry. No, heck no. No, I am not going to try to max my tune to 137. I can just imagine that being the most tedious thing in existence to try to do that. No way. It's just, like, fishing is boring. I can't stand fishing. I am starting to get a little better at it. I've gotten 17 laugh on Toontown Rewritten. So that's 2 laugh boosts from fishing. I might be able to get the first 2, but I don't know if I would actually have the patience to get any of the other laugh boosts. I just don't think I'd have the patience for that, so yeah, I will not max fishing. Racing, maybe, but I haven't gotten a laugh boost on racing at all. Yeah, I don't think I'll be maxing racing as well. I can try to, but I don't think I will. I'll try my best, though, but I don't think I'll be maxing racing either. Golfing, I don't really play golf that often, so no. Gardening, no, that is incredibly boring. And it requires lots and lots of patience of which I do not have, so no, I will not be maxing gardening. I'm just not much of a gardening guy. I don't really like gardening games in general, to be honest. It's just never really been something I've been interested in. I don't like gardening in Toontown as much as I think it's helpful for people who do use it. I don't really I don't really like it. I'm not interested in it. Gardening in Witchwood 1 I thought was just absolutely pointless. I don't know why they added that in. It just seemed like they just hey, Toontown's doing it, let's do it too. Didn't like that. Thought the gardening in that game was pointless. even in Animal Crossing New Leaf that I got recently, like it doesn't seem like there's really any penalty for not tending to your flowers anyway, since it seems like the animals kind of do that for you. So yeah, I mean, I'll plant the flowers in the ground, but I won't like tend to them daily or anything like that. I'm just like, yeah, there's the flowers. Okay, bye. Like, I usually end up trampling over them by accident anyway, so I don't really have much need for flowers anyway, but whatever. The animals like it, so okay, I'll do that. But yeah, just gardening in games, I'm just not a fan of at all. So, yeah. That was completely off topic from the actual question, which was, are you going to max a tune on Toontown Rewritten? But, yeah, so yeah, don't like gardening games, and the actual answer to the question, no, I will not be maxing a tune on Toontown Rewritten. Why, yes, I am. I do plan on doing other top 10s other than Sly Cooper stuff. In fact, the Sly Cooper top 10 lists are going to be ending pretty soon anyway, whenever I get around to making the final one. The final Sly Cooper top 10 list is going to be top 10 Sly Cooper characters. That's going to be the final Sly Cooper related top 10 list, and then after that, no more Sly Cooper lists at all. That's going to be the end of it. I'll be done with it. All that good stuff. And I will be moving on with other top 10 lists. For example, as you might know, I did top 5 worst Toontown Trolley games, which I did a few months ago, and I'm going to do top 5 best trolley games pretty soon as well. I also plan on doing, like, I had an idea for doing my top 10 favorite final boss songs in video games. That's another one that I'm working on. Kind of a hard list to make, too. Like, I'm been swapping them around a lot. Like, it's really hard for me to decide which final boss songs I like best, and my gosh, trying to pick my absolute favorite one has been a nightmare, too. So, yeah, that's another list I'm working on. What are some other lists I could do? I remember someone requested a top 10 list a long time ago, but I don't even remember it now. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I should really start writing down these requests now that I think about it. Because if I don't do it for a long time, I'm going to eventually end up completely forgetting about it, so I should probably start writing down these requests. I mean, I remember the most frequently asked ones, obviously, but the ones that are just like a one-shot request thing, that usually ends up being out of my brain within a matter of time. But yeah, I do plan on doing other top 10 lists other than Sly Cooper. And that would be really nice. So yeah, more top 10 lists will definitely be coming in the future. I do sometimes get hate comments on the videos. Does it bother me? Not really, I've kind of grown immune to it. It's really just words. Some stupid guy typing on a keyboard saying bad stuff. It's really not that bad. It's really just words when you really think about it. Best thing is just block the person and remove the comment. That's really all it is. But yeah, I do get hate comments from time to time. Not really that often, but it is something that happens. It doesn't bother me though. I just block the person and remove the comment, and pretty much just done with it. Best not to give the haters any attention at all. So yeah, that's pretty much how I handle it. I'm going to go with the PlayStation 4. The Xbox One, not really, especially after that stupid thing Microsoft tried to pull with it a while ago with the blocking used games thing. That was stupid. So yeah, PlayStation 4, I'll definitely go with that, but I'm not in too big a hurry to get that right now, because there's just not really any games that I'm interested in for the PlayStation 4. Batman Arkham Origins was the closest, but that's on PlayStation 3, and I already have the game for PS3, so really there's like literally 0 games out for the PS4 that I'm actually interested in. The closest is Knack, but it looks like just a beat 'em up game, and I'm really kind of grown tired of those, honestly. So, yeah, most of it's just racing games and first-person shooters. Octodad, that I might actually get. I made a joke in the E3 video saying, oh wait, I can just get the PC version because it's free. I don't need to get the PS4 version. And then I later found out that it's not the same game, it's a sequel for the PlayStation 4. Whoops. So, yeah, I might get that game for the PlayStation 4, maybe. If it's longer, at least. If it's longer than the actual game, than the first game, then I'll probably, like, actually buy it. Because I found out why the first one was free. It's because it's extremely short. You can probably beat it in, like, 30 minutes or so. It's really, really short. Hopefully the sequel is a lot longer. That's, like, the only game that's currently out for PS4 that I'm actually interested in. There's also that Final Fantasy game, but I don't think that's going to be coming out for a really long time. At least, not for America, at least. So, yeah, we'll probably have to wait a long time before that comes out. So, really, that's the only game out for the PS4 that I'm actually interested in. So, not in too big a hurry to get that. Like I said, if Sly 5 comes out for it, then I'll probably get a PS4. But right now, not really. As for the Xbox One, I've never been interested in any of the Xbox consoles. Not in the original Xbox, not in the Xbox 360, not in the Xbox One. I knew I was not going to get an Xbox One even before I found out they were doing the reverse DRM, whatever you call it. Like, I knew I was going to get that even before I found out about that. I've just never been interested in the Xbox. It's just never something that's appealed to me, because really, like, I don't really know any exciting exclusives for it. The one that I saw was, it was like this creating game. I forget what it's called, and I'm really sorry about that. I'll put the name of the game up on screen right now when I remember it, but there's this game that was like kind of like Little Big Planet, but it's like a 3D open world type area, and you can like make your own levels and things like that. That is like the only game for an Xbox console that I've actually gotten like excited about. That's like the only one that I'm actually interested in. And I can't even play it because it's only one game. I don't want to get a system just to play one game. I want there to be other games to play. And considering that after all of the consoles that Microsoft went through, Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, considering all of those consoles that they made, and that's the only one that Microsoft made that I'm actually interested in, that's saying something. So, yeah, and plus, the games that do come out for the Xbox 360 or whatever that do interest me usually come out for the PlayStation 3 as well. So, like, what's even the point, you know? So yeah, Xbox consoles, never been interested in them. I'm a full-on Nintendo and Sony guy. Microsoft, not really. Sure, I have a Xbox 360 controller, but that's just for PC gaming. That's really it. So, yeah. PS4, that's what I'm going with. And Xbox, yeah, I have no interest in the Xboxes whatsoever. The new character designs in Sly 4 don't really bother me that much. Even when I first saw them, most of them didn't really bug me that much. Sly looked kind of weird to me at first, but as you could probably guess, I got used to it pretty quickly. So, yeah, any character designs that I thought looked weird at first, I quickly got used to. The only one that I still don't like is Carmelita's character model. Sorry, what did you do to her? That is ew. Ew. I hate to sound mean, but my gosh. What did you do to her, Sanzaru? Why'd you make her face just all flat? It looks like a truck, like, drove on by and just, like, flattened her face. Why? Fix her in the next game, or else. And if she ends up looking like that in the Sly Cooper movie, I am going to just go to Sony Studios, grab them, and hold them over a building until they make Carmelita look better. Okay, that's just, fix her. Fix her by Sly 5, or bad things are going to happen. You know that I will definitely eventually get around to doing a walkthrough of Majora's Mask at some point. But Earthbound... Earthbound doesn't really look that interesting to me, really. I know a lot of people really like that game, and they go crazy over it, and it's like, OMG, best RPG ever. I personally am not a big fan of it. I mean, it looks like most of the stuff you do in that game is fighting, which would be nice if the fighting system was done well, but the fighting system looks boring. Like, not much really happens. Like, I know it's like a really old game and there was so much you could do with games back then, but I mean, like, most of the fighting consists of picking an attack, watch the enemy flash when you hit him, then the enemy does something to you. And then, that's just looked kind of boring to me. And since that's most of the game, I don't think that's really the kind of game that I would want to play, really. So, no Earthbound for me. I don't think I'll play that. Maybe I'll do a review of it at some point to see if it really is as boring as it looks. But in terms of a walkthrough, no, at least not right now. It may change if I actually play the game for myself after reviewing it. But as of right now, no, there's definitely not going to be a walkthrough of Earthbound. Why do you guys keep asking me this question? I don't know. I don't know what game is my favorite right now, okay? I don't like picking favorites when it comes to games. I'm a gamer. I like a lot of games, okay? I can't pick a favorite game. It's like, wow, that game's great, but whoa, that game's even better. Wait, what about this game? I really like this game. Wait, this game's awesome. No. The answer I'm always going to give for that question is I don't know. Please stop asking me this question. I don't know. Stop making me torture myself trying to figure out the answer. I don't know. Just oh. First of all, I apologize if the camera angle's a little bit off. I was actually editing the vlog a little bit ago, but then I realized, hey, I accidentally skipped a question. Oops. But anyways, yeah, so which do I think is better? The Amazing Spider-Man, or the original Spider-Man trilogy, or the reboot, which is the Amazing Spider-Man? I don't know, really. My favorite Spider-Man movie out of the four is probably Spider-Man 2. That's probably my favorite one so far, so I think I might like the original trilogy better, maybe. But the Amazing Spider-Man has some really good things too. I rewatched it recently. I don't know what I was saying before when I was like, oh, it's mostly filler. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not mostly filler. Like, some of it is. Some of it is kind of filler. There are some scenes that seem like they drag on a bit longer than they really should. Um, but most of it is, driven through the story. Um, the Wizard plotline was cool. I still wish they focused more on the what happened to Peter's parents thing. Um, they did spend a long time on the Uncle Ben storyline. I still stand by that. They should have kind of sped through that storyline a little bit faster. Even the very first Spider-Man movie did that. Even they didn't spend that much time on the Uncle Ben plot. So yeah, so I still stand by those problems. The other thing I said about it mostly being filler, just forget about that. I don't know what I was thinking. I was stupid. I was a stupid kid. Just forget about it. Um, that was like 5 years ago. Oh man, what was I thinking 5 years ago? Anyway. Talk about the Amazing Spider-Man wasn't even out 5 years ago, but yeah, just forget that part. So I haven't seen the original trilogy in a while, too. I might pop those in again. Maybe I'll even do a review of them, maybe. Maybe compare the two to see which one I think is better. Right now, I'm going to go with the original trilogy because my favorite movie out of the four is Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man is pretty good too, but it wasn't the best out of the four, if you ask me. So, yeah. I guess the answer right now is I don't really know. I'm leaning more towards the original trilogy of Spider-Man movies, but I guess we'll find out later if I ever do a review of all four of the movies. So, yeah. His greatest battle begins. Until The Amazing Spider-Man 3 comes out. Then his greatest battle begins. For real. That's the first thing that came to mind when I saw the end of the trailer. I've actually the official trailer, because I didn't watch the teaser trailer at all. I just literally went just now, took a look at the actual trailer, and it looks like it'll be pretty good. Electro looks kinda weird. It's kinda weird. The guy that got to play Harry is, I mean, he looks okay, but, I mean, it doesn't look like Harry. I don't know, just some of the guys they got to play certain characters seemed kind of weird. But, I mean, it looks like it'll be interesting. It looks like we're finally going to see more of that plot line where it's like, oh, what happened to Peter's parents? I want to see more of that in the first movie. And it looks like we're going to finally see more of that plot line in the sequel. Yes, please. I want to know more. I want to know what happens. Please, give me more of that, please. I want to know what happens. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. That's it. Vlog's over. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Good night. But yeah, it looks like it'll be promising. I'll definitely check it out. I don't know why they changed his costume. I mean, the one they had already seemed fine, but they changed it for some reason. I don't know. But what's cool is he kind of, like, the new costume they got kind of reminds me of the Ultimate Spider-Man. That game, the Ultimate Spider-Man. It kind of reminds me of how he looked in that game. So, that's cool. So, yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I'm looking forward to it. And, yeah, hopefully it'll be pretty good. Whenever I get membership and whenever I feel like recording more. Next question. It looks like Green Goblin might be in this. I don't know if the guy in the bed was Norman Osborn or not, but if that's where he's going to be throughout the entire movie, then I don't think Green Goblin will be in this movie. Thus, that would mean Gwen Stacy will not die in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. if he is going to be in the movie, then it is very likely that Gwen will indeed die in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. For those of you who don't know, in the comics, which I haven't read, I just, researched it to find out the story, but in the comics, what happens is the Green Goblin has Gwen flying along, and I think Gwen accidentally bumped her head on the bridge, and it caused her to crack her neck, thus killing her. So, yeah, that's how Gwen dies. So, if the Green Goblin was in there, it's likely that's going to happen in the movie. But if not, then they might be saving it for the third movie. When did they imply they were going to have black-suited Spider-Man at all? I don't think black-suited Spider-Man will be in there. It'd be cool, but I don't see any reason why they would. They haven't hinted at it or implied at it at all, so I don't know why they would. Yeah, so when will when do I think Black Suit Spider-Man will come in The Amazing Spider-Man? Honestly, I don't think he'll come at all, really. I don't really see why they would. They haven't hinted at it or implied at it, so yeah. I think I was about 7, 8, 9-ish, somewhere around that time when I started playing video games. At least that's the earliest age I can remember, because that's definitely the age when I got my PlayStation 2, which was my very first gaming console. I got that to play the Spider-Man movie game for the PlayStation 2. That's the earliest memory I have of playing games. I do know, I remember I said that Jimmy Neutron was the first game I ever played, and that's true, but I don't remember what age I was at, or I don't really remember my first experience with the game. The PlayStation 2 and the Spider-Man movie game was the first true gaming experience that I actually remember. So, I would say that that's how long I've been playing video games. Ever since I played the Spider-Man movie game on PS2, which was when I was 7, 8, somewhere around that age. So, yeah, that's just take that and, yeah, you should see how long I've been playing games from there. So, yeah, that's pretty much how long I've been playing video games for. I own the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, the Wii, the Wii U, the Nintendo 3DS, and the PSP. Those are all the consoles I have. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 consoles. If you count handhelds as consoles, I don't really count, but if you're talking about true consoles, then 4. I have 4 consoles. PS3, PS2, Wii, and Wii U. So, yeah, those are all the consoles I have, and that is all the questions, guys. Those are all the questions for this vlog. That's the end of this. I know this was kind of long, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Those are all the questions. Thank you so much for submitting your questions in, and thank you for 5,000 subscribers. I did not think I would get anywhere close to this far. That is amazing how far I've come. Just how much new stuff I've been doing. I started doing reviews almost a year ago, official reviews. That's amazing, and I like the turn that's going. I also like me doing more walkthroughs and stuff like that. It's amazing how far I've come for these past almost 4 years now. So, that is really cool. And as for the future of these vlogs, I think I'm going to start doing them whenever I feel like it now, because I feel like the time span of these vlogs are starting to get too far apart. Like, normally I'd be like, see you guys in the 10,000 subscriber special, but that would mean you'd have to wait for 5,000 more subscribers to come to my channel. And that's a really long time to wait for. So, I think instead of waiting for a certain amount of subscribers to come to my channel, I'm just going to start doing these vlogs whenever I feel like it now, like I used to in the past. So yeah, you don't have to worry about waiting too long anymore for these vlogs to come out. Now I'm going to start doing them whenever I want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers. And thank you for watching this vlog video. More walkthroughs will come soon. And yeah, and more reviews will also be coming. So thanks for watching. And I will see you guys next time. See you later, everyone.